In this video we're going to talk about foods and the highest frequency mindset that will break you out of the food matrix. We ask you to consider returning the energy shared in these videos through PayPal or Patreon to unlock flow for yourself and so that we can continue sharing the source truth and guidance. More empowerment and clarity to you. You have probably noticed that the matrix exists just as much around the realm of food as it does with any other thing in the world. And it can be a very challenging and frustrating part of the game to master. What is the perfect amount of protein for you to eat? And how much carbs should you have? And should you have carbs at all? Should you have sugar? What fats and oil can you eat? How much vitamins do you need? Is it too much? Is it too little? Do you have all of them? And it goes on and on. But it's not a very fun game to play. Essentially, if you were free from that matrix, if you were able to see it for what it is, take the time to take it in and understand it, then you would see that it is a pretty simple game. Are you hungry? And why are you hungry? And there can be a few reasons. Either it is because you need energy, or it's because you are bored, or you're trying to stimulate yourself in a way or another. I'm going to explain it all in a way that might sound blunt and extreme, but you will see that there is no other way out of that matrix than to just see it for what it is. Your body needs energy, but at some point you have fed it enough. And if you keep feeding it, it could feel like you have eaten too much. It might not be a very good feeling. It could be a little heavy. And if you think that you didn't get enough vitamins or minerals or protein or whatever it should be, then that could affect you negatively. So let's just say that you can eat whatever you want, but you would benefit from learning to not eat anymore when you are full. And then what should you eat? Well, eat whatever you want. Of course not dead animals. Don't eat meat. Besides that, you can have whatever you want. If it has sugar, that's completely fine. If it doesn't have as much protein as you maybe previously thought that you should have, that's totally fine. It's enough protein. If it doesn't have the healthiest fats, that's fine. If it has carbs, it's totally fine. If it doesn't have so many vitamins, it is completely fine. Essentially, your body just needs energy. And if you know that you have fed yourself something that you enjoyed in an amount that was enough for you to be full, then you're fine. If you can learn to live with that mindset, then you will be free from the matrix in regards to food. And if you choose not to see it like that, then you're going to be on an infinite rat race. The only way out of it would be to carefully create a meal plan that is so incredibly healthy, based on what you consider healthy to be, that there are no shadows that are triggering a subconscious reaction that is going to affect you negatively. So either you choose to be so extremely healthy that you can be free, or you choose to not care about anything. If you want to have cake for dinner, then go ahead. And the cake is going to have everything that you need. And your body is going to be able to get all the nutrition it needs, and to work optimally. And if you can learn not to overeat, then you're going to feel great. And if you're bored, then try to do something else than eating. Do something that you can enjoy. And if you're uncomfortable and you feel like eating to steer away from the bad feelings, then sure, you can eat something. But you will of course benefit the most from either facing the things that are bothering you, or maybe doing something else instead. Something you can enjoy. And you might have been on the internet till now and gotten a little extra caught up in these ideas of what we can and cannot eat. And you probably recognized that it was just a big mess. Can you have sugar-free soda? Yes, you absolutely can. It's totally fine. Can you have coffee? Yes, you absolutely can. Can you have milk in the coffee? Yes. Can you eat bread? Yeah, you can do whatever you want. And if you can do it in moderation, then it's going to benefit you more. It's never a good reason to exaggerate or be a little crazy about anything. And on the internet you will find all sorts of opinions or ideas that you shouldn't eat carbs. Well, you can try, and you're going to feel very weak. Or that you need 150 grams of protein. Well, it's going to be unnecessary. If you can reflect on what you're thinking about the foods you're eating, if you're judging them, and see if you can rather think in the way that I now have described, would that benefit you? Or is it good for you to think that bread is not good for your stomach acid, it's neutralizing the acid and blah blah blah, whatever it should be? Or can you eat bread? And then in the previous video we talked about how there is no point in testing your subconscious programming. If you truly think that bread isn't good for you, well then you shouldn't really eat it until you have fixed that opinion. And the same thing goes for all things you eat. But you see that unless you are neutral and free and have a high frequency mindset about those things, then it's just an opinion. And you can change your opinion. And that thing you chose to eat might not affect you so negatively, or it might affect you more negatively. But essentially you just need energy and protein. You need carbs or sugar, protein, and you can have some fats. And if you can learn to eat till you are full, then you don't need to count carbs. And you don't need to worry about if you should have had 5 grams more protein. Or whatever it should be that you could possibly worry about. None of it. Be in a mindset that you can eat whatever you want. And eat the things that you enjoy. If you don't like green kale, then don't eat it. Why would you do that? Eat what you enjoy. And you might have tried eating only salad for a period of time. And it probably felt very great. But it's not really sustainable. It's very, very little energy in salad. There is no protein, there is no sugar. And it's going to be challenging after a while. Because your body needs more energy. So if you can have some awareness before you start eating, and recognize if you are judging the foods that you're about to eat, then that judgment right there is the subconscious programming, and it's going to have an effect on your experience after you have eaten that food. Then you would benefit the most from dealing with that judgment, or simply just eating something else instead. If you know how you judged it, well, then you know how it's going to affect you. If you think that you shouldn't have milk or dairy products or bread, then why? Why shouldn't you have those things? If that is what you think, then you kinda shouldn't eat it. And in that judgment you probably have an idea of how it's going to affect you. Well, then it's probably going to affect you like that. If you think that you're going to feel congested or sour in your throat, whatever it should be, then take a look at that. Isn't it just energy in the end of the day? But how much should you eat? So now we're starting to understand how you can be healthy. You eat enough food, you don't overeat, and you don't judge the things you eat. You eat the things that you like, and you enjoy them. And you choose to know that those foods are going to be utmost beneficial for you. They will energize you and make you feel great. Because in the end of the day, it's just energy. And we could of course talk about how your liver is taking care of everything that needs to be taken care of. You just give your body energy and everything will work as it should. Any type of health issues are simply just subconscious. If you think that you need to eat a certain amount of all the minerals and vitamins that exist for your body to regenerate and look healthy, well, then you're mistaken. And you're on a rat race again. Just take a look at yourself. The nails are there, the skin is there, the bones are there. Everything is there. And I bet you have not eaten all the minerals. So eat when you need to eat what you want to eat, don't judge it, it's all good, you can eat whatever it should be. Anything except dead animals and meat. And enjoy yourself. Enjoy the freedom, and you're going to feel great. If you have benefited from this content, consider returning the energy through PayPal or Patreon. You get out of this whatever you put in. More empowerment and clarity to you. Thank you.